Welcome everybody. Things are a little brutal. I need to get it together. So, I'm gonna remove some plants. I am going to relocate some plants and cross my fingers that they survive. I am gonna harvest whatever little straggler tomatoes that I have left. I'm gonna top those off so they can grow into new plants. I'll show y'all what I mean by that. And loosen up the soil, deeply water by hand. Even though I do have my irrigation system, I want to go ahead and deeply water myself. So let's get started. I did not fill up my grow bags all the way. This time I am, and I'm not going to have so many. I'm just gonna have 6 right here, 2 on each side, and then 2 over there and 2 over there, because I had like 10 right here, 3 or 4 on each row. Not doing it because that was crazy. These tomatillos are massive. This is 2 tomatillos and 1 25-gallon grow bag. And they grow really well. I'm gonna do some hand pollinating. So for tomatillos, you need to have 2 so they can pollinate each other or they will not produce. Ask me how I know. So, but even though I do have them together in 1 grow bag, I still want to do it myself. Oh, okay, so this is what I mean by topping it off. So once it's already produced for you to where it's just like not making fruit, you find where there's a new sucker growing, like down here. It's perfect because it's right at the beginning. But then you just cut that bad boy off and you already have a nice root system going on. So it should do well and just grow throughout the summer and produce in the fall. Cool, huh? Another thing you can do instead of starting from seed would be find the suckers on whatever plants or whatever tomato plants you prune off. Remove the bottom leaves, stick them in water. They'll grow some roots within a week, and you can put them in soil, let them grow a bigger root system before you put them out in your garden. Okay, we're gonna get the rest of our harvest because you see them pests trying to get my stuff. And then see again, this one already has 2 suckers that I can allow to grow. And I'm gonna choose probably this one. It looks like the healthiest, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna remove it and then I'll come back and move my mulch to the side. Well, actually I took a lot out because I have to put a good like 5 inches in because I am in Texas and it's brutal out here. So I'm gonna use the old container mix and then so I can put new nutrients into the containers. It's so hot out here. I literally had to bring out this one. Oh, it's like humid and I feel like I couldn't breathe. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of blood meal. Get that green growth. For the fall harvest. Nitrogen will help it grow throughout the summer. And then good old balanced fertilizer. Your choice. It's all the same. Bone meal. I'm trying to get low so my fan doesn't move everything away. I have to blow everything towards you. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Sorry. You want to avoid mixing in the big stuff though, if you can. Okay, and that's the whole bed. This area right here is so compacted. So I need to loosen this up a little bit. This was the only bed I didn't set up my irrigation on, so. And I forgot. And during the summers, probably the worst time. Whoops, you saw that? Pretend that didn't happen. Or don't do what I do. Cover those back up. I have something munching on my freaking peppers, man. Yep. Now we're gonna put the mulch, a layer of compost and a layer of mulch. Okay, wait a second. Actually, you want to water it in pretty good. You don't want to put your transplants. Whoops. You don't want to put your transplants into dry soil. I'll water them in pretty well. See. How it's puddling. It's not good. Oh, it's going down. You see how dry it is under there? Yeah. Do slowly. Just because the top is wet doesn't mean the important part of the soil is. Make sure irrigation's nice connected before you cover it with your mulch. You actually want to run it before you cover it. You want to do the whole thing, edges and everything. Because then the water will never get to the bottom because the dry soil on top is gonna get to the water first. Oh, make sure this doesn't happen because then your stuff's gonna get clogged. Double, triple, quadruple, and whatever ipple is next, that your irrigation is well connected, because you are going to cover it. I'd rather know now if something is off before I never figure it out and it's like not watering the whole bed correctly. A little break and go get me a refresher from Sonic with my dog, because he wants to go on a cart ride. Look at him. You happy? We made it to happy hour. He's so spoiled. I put the freaking AC on for him anyway with his window wide open. He loves it. Y'all remember the load from Chip Drop I got? Whoops. Like 2 months ago? Well, I finally finished bringing it to the back. And the bottom of it was already shredding. So I'm going to use the top of the soil with the shredded parts, and then I'll put the larger parts on top. Yes, it's gonna take a while, but you know, I got time. Taking advantage of sun isn't out to keep things somewhat right. Oh my god, this fan is doing such justice. Because I literally felt like I couldn't breathe. It's so humid and hot. Okay, I'm gonna spread this out. Just look at how gorgeous this is. I love a fresh bed, but I love it even more when it has a lot of greenery. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is empty out all my small grow bags, because I have decided that I like growing in the big grow bags and not the small ones, because they dry out super fast because it doesn't have a lot of soil. So I'm gonna get rid of all the small grow bags. I'm only gonna keep anything that's like 25 plus gallons. And I'm gonna empty out the small grow bags, find a new spot for those plants, and cross my fingers that everything survives. And I'm gonna use whatever soil I can get from the smaller grow bags into the bigger ones. Then put a layer of compost on top, and then mulch. Having mulch is very helpful to retain the moisture, and over time it'll feed your soil. And it keeps like roots cool, and then when it's cold it actually keeps them warm, or it warms up the plants or whatever. So it's just beneficial for watering, and it keeps the soil from splashing on the leaves, which can have spores and cause different diseases on your leaves, and then they can take over your own garden. We saw that happen to me during the beginning of summer. Now for how I went about my chip drop. When they poured it out, like the big stuff poured out first, and it was on the front half and then the back half, and then obviously the bottom. So what I did, I was like taking everything off for the chips that I put on my pathways, and that's what I laid out first. And then I took out like the medium size but broken down, more shredded type of stuff, and I put it in my compost bin so I can flip that, which I'm gonna actually do a series where we flip that every day for 18 days. I'm low-key a little glad it took me 2 months to get all that mulch out from my driveway, because it let the bottom of it turn into what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's like a compost basically. I forgot what it's called. Huh. Go ahead and do all of the grow bags up, because I know my phone's gonna overheat. It already feels hot. BRB.